I'll admit that I may preach one thing and practice another. I had hoped here to unearth the essence of patience. A solid marriage, for example, may be the cornerstone of all manly affairs, and for this the utmost patience is...
안녕하세요, this is meowmurai. Let's check out Sine Mora EX running on Nintendo Switch 2. Let's see here. I think this is all fine the way it is. The story mode. Let's start from the beginning.
When you're born with the ability to travel through time, the first thing you must learn is that you cannot be in more than one place at the same point in time. Special though you may be, you are not immortal. You must give due consideration, not only to when and where you do things, but also what you do while there. The second thing to bear in mind is that your gift, like rage, is meaningless without power. Yet all power on Seoul lies in the hands of the Lael Empire. The Inkies have disregarded both principles. They labeled their rebellion an eternal war, though the resistance certainly failed to live up to that title. It all ended with the fall of Mirage Mountain.
Cobalt King calling headquarters. 1200. 4. 76. 12. Beginning descent. Do you copy? Cobalt King calling headquarters. 1200. 4. 76. 12. Beginning descent. Do you copy?
Looks a little sharper.
Copy that.
Well, it's kind of looked just a tiny bit fuzzy on the Switch 1.
12. Cobalt King. Navigation says we're on target above the city. Countergravity anticipated. In 3, 2, 1, and it's a go.
Alright, move with the D-pad or left stick, shoot with a rotational gun with the right stick. In cooperative mode, shoot down enemies to add time to the computer, to the counter. If you get hit or collide, you receive a time penalty. Each stage has several checkpoints. Whenever the timer is reset, your time mass will be stabilized. Your goal is to get to the next checkpoint. Look at that though, absolutely beautiful game. I don't know how they managed to achieve this on like the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Cool ship designs, kind of interesting characters. And these updates actually feature English voice acting. I mean, before I think it was in Hungarian. Hungarian only.
No, 54.
Or it might have been a made-up language for the game. Sub-weapon is B. Use your sub-weapon to damage particularly strong enemies, but it can also be very useful to control the chaos surrounding you. But always keep in mind your sub-weapon stock is limited.
That'll do it. Pack, close up. Let's scatter this floating fortress around a little. Bellwether, 22 reporting. 21 and 9 have got my back. We think we'll smash against the strange wall. I'll have to make the contact.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Bellwether, 20 down.
Novice pilots, advanced pilots. I guess I'm advanced. I don't know.
22.
Probably
Time capsule
not.
active. Let's go.
I must not have played this since they did the update. I don't remember this being a choice. Let's see. ZR is the time capsule, and weapon shield is R. If you're playing cooperative, use your current time manipulating capsule to slow down the time around you during the next section. Navigate through the trenches using your speed up capsule. Shooting down the turrets is not mandatory. Your capsule pool is limited.
You don't need to.
Oop. I need to be faster, apparently. Okay, yeah, I don't think I've ever played this. So this will be new for me.
This is how it's done, fellas.
Pick up the floating power-up tokens. Yeah, boy, I don't remember that at all. Time extended. Sub-weapon replenish. Score bonus. Capsule replenish. Shield activation on impact. Additional time seconds. Firepower. Primary upgrade. You're able to upgrade your primary weapons in 9 steps. Primary weapon upgrades are permanent. However, if you get hit, your upgrade tokens will fly out of your airplane and you will be limited to a few seconds to recollect them all before they disappear.
All present and accounted for? Back. Close up and report. Cobalt King, airspace in your zone is spick and span. Much obliged, Bellwether. Cobalt King to
We're
headquarters.
hearing English in this game.
4,
So used to not
112,
understanding the language.
12, in position. Half near to launch.
Talk about 600. 4, 112, 12, Cobalt King. Roy Janet has successfully dropped the nuke.
The fourth Unity. 3 bombs killed 664,000 Inkies that day, to the elated cries of nearly 2 billion citizens of the Empire. But this is also where I lost my son. He was the pilot of the Cobalt King, the bomber that carried the 4th bomb, the one that never dropped. He did the unthinkable, unprecedented in the history of military aviation. He ignored his orders. According to the news, the co-pilot buried a bullet in my son's brain that very instant. An Imperial father would have been shattered to hear of this treason and struck dumb with shame. Me, I'm just a collaborationist father, a secondary citizen who resembles an Imperial father only in grief. I have not torn my clothes from my body in mourning. I have not apologized for the actions of my progeny. I have sworn revenge.
Chapter 1.
Moneta Point. We call it the Eternal War, but to be realistic, the bombing of Mirage Mountain all but wiped our nation off the map. Since the war broke out, more than 2 million Enkies have vanished without a trace. Imperial stormtroopers and collaborationist headhunters dragged them away, women, men, and children alike. The way we figure it, Data in the Monito research base might point us to their location and how we may be able to help them. We shall take every measure, no matter how few our numbers may be.
Ito, it's Driad. We're at the rift. Beginning descent.
Good luck, Akita. Activity in the confinement area is about what we expected. I'll make a little noise to draw their attention. Driad, hold on. I think I saw something strange. I'll make a lap around the observation tower.
What is it, Ito?
Nothing. Sorry for the false alarm. Wait. Damn. How'd it sneak up on me? Akita, do your copy.
What the hell?
Hey. Aaron.
God fucking damn it. Fuck. God, you son of an ass. Akita! Mines.
I hope you die in there, Coss.
Wow, this game is a lot harder than I remember. Man, I need to put this on easy. Goodness.
In-service tunnels. Peary, where are you, Peary? Ah, I see your watchdog's awake. Regus Peary, A Ferrex Block 2.
I hope my intel is correct. We better be in here. I don't feel like killing any innocent people today. Not that anyone in Bokumono could even be considered innocent, hidden away so deep in the devil's ass. I'll pay you double, you piece of shit.
Regis Piri was the gunner of the Cobalt King, 5th in a staff of 7. He wasn't my son's killer, but my revenge caught him up, as it did all other members of that damn crew. It took me circles to find him. The Empire cast him into Bokumono for rape. And for all anyone cared, he could have rotted there forever. The girl he raped was an Inky named Miriam Magusa, but her racial handicap was a well-kept secret. Should it ever come to light, she'd end up in a dirty, forgotten labor camp like the rest. So far, she's dodged suspicion. Imperialists are too half-witted to look beneath the surface. She was young and tough, but more important for my purposes, she was a pilot who could be politically compromised. I needed her to help me pay that bastard back for the death of my son. Piri wormed his way into her body. I did the same with her soul. I threatened her with exposure, so she stuck by me.
Grade E.
All right, Miriam. You may not like it, but you're the bait. You've got to alert the entire defense net.
And then? Will you leave me be? Koff, will you let me go?
We'll see, my dear.
I don't know, who's that black figure there? Mega battleship Skillia. Perimeter Watchtower.
I see the ridge. Lots of aerial defense.
I'm coming now, baby. Ease it in.
Hola.
Mine.
I hope you die in there, Cock.
I'm in the service tunnel.
No. All right.
Rock, hang back. I've got to clear the cave first. Copy that, Dryad. Thanks.
Dryad, hold on. I think I saw something strange. I'll make a lap around the observation tower.
What is it, Ito?
Nothing. Sorry for the false alarm. Wait. Damn, it's a sentinel. How to sneak up on me?
Matoshka? Matoshka? Not exactly sure how to pronounce that.
Get the hell out of there as fast as you can. Ito! The Rock, what happened?
There's a huge storm over there. Communications are shot.
The Rock, the passage is clear. Guide the carrier through. I'll keep the guard train busy. Get that can docked. Dryad, it's Duroc. Carrier in place. I repeat, carrier is in place. Sergeant says we'll need at least 200 Nias since we still have no clue what we're even looking for.
Do it!
It's Duroc. We're packed. I repeat, we're packed. Heading for the surface now.
Nicely done.
We didn't lose a single person during the Manita operation, but we lost an entire civilization. The scientific data and documents we found there were horrific, beyond what we could imagine. The Imperials, hoping to develop technology that could control time, burned out or otherwise destroyed all their Enki captives' sensory organs in order to make them more docile and easier to handle. These deaf, blind, nerveless creatures are indistinct from the worms in the Manita caves. Except for their dreams, that is. The only thing that keeps them from simply expiring is their occasional remembrance of life, inspired, of course, by a fear of death. The project could be described as a nation living in fear, serving as slaves to a planet.
I don't think I understand.
There's no technology that can fix what's been done to them. There is no
I'm glad you're
way
joining
to
me for the
right
live
what's
streams, though.
wrong.
Usually there are not a lot of
Even
people
if
that
we
join.
free our
They
people,
usually
we
like to
cannot
watch
give them
the streams
back
after
their
I'm
lives.
done.
It's over for the Yankees.
So thank you. I mean, I hope you enjoy the games.
Past and future. These concepts don't have much meaning for people who can easily visit both. Still, one can live an entire lifetime without ever looking back or forward. Ultimately, it is only the present and ourselves, our own happiness and comfort, that we take into account. Where can this pride of self go? And what shall we become without descendants, or without being able to pay respect to the trials and beliefs of our ancestors? We may be citizens of the world and advocate interplanetary peace and community, yet our ancestors shed their blood for flags and totems, and their families made up a close-knit tribe. A nation. Language and land kept them together. But this too may fade. The entire universe is composed of units and subunits. Tissue is made of cells and cells of atoms. This is the essence of nature, the same nature that made a mockery of me. It was my fate to be childless. The flame that burns brightest burns quickest, and with a future denied me, this is how I chose to live my life. I had hoped the raid of the Iborg factory in the Cardinal Canyon would let me burn as bright as the stars.
Oh, it's a good day. Very busy, which is why I'm not streaming all at once. I have to do some work in between streams. How are you doing?
It's Duroc. Aerial defense is minimal. I'll begin infiltration momentarily.
Copy that, Durak. You should be able to open the gate by eliminating the sentry guns.
Thanks, Linther. First charge out.
Oop. Oh, it's cloudy? Do you like it? Or do you want it to be sunny?
I passed security, and I'm inside the plant.
Perfect. You'll be coming to a junction soon. You'll have to follow the path of the raw material transporter. You've got to hide in the supplies.
You want me to fly inside the raw material, of all things?
Yes, and do it fast. Be careful.
Ooh, it's tough.
Dryad, I made it through. Third, fourth, and fifth charges out. Son of a...
Part 2 Sekiro? We'll do that tomorrow. I don't think I'll have time today to do the second part of Sekiro.
See what you can do.
I do want to cover some other games. Oh, just like Nier. Papa Carlo.
I got the Garai on the Little Moon. The sons and daughters of this lazy, simple nation support their slovenly way of life with their constitutional right to hold and trade military-grade robotics. Why I bought a Garai is simple. It's top of the line and the pride of the Empire. I found pleasure in the irony. Perhaps it's of greater interest why I tested it in the Cardinal Canyon. 34 circles before the factory that builds this model was even constructed. Amusing though that may be, that's not why I came. Memories guided me. Memories of my son. He was just a child when we came here to hunt. It was a perfect place for a boy adventurer, thoroughly exotic. If it rained steaming, acrid heat. But our hunt was looked over by brilliant sunlight. A psychiatrist would easily arrive at a diagnosis. I tested the freshly purchased Garai at that very time, in this very place, because I wished to punish the Empire the very moment it stuck its toe into my paradise. The psychiatrist would be right. If only I had spent more time with my son. Maybe if I still could.
This is amazing.
Smuggers. They suck up cloud matter and extract the splendium from the atmosphere.
Can we see one closer up?
Yes, but be careful, son. And be quick. They probably have some kind of defense mechanism.
Awesome. This thing is badass.
I'll be waiting for you on the ground with my new friends, the angry insects. I'm a fair piece ahead of you. Careful with those insects. Their poison is just as dangerous as your own weapons. Come on through the narrow wormhole. There's the trail of the label. You see?
Yeah, I see it.
Ooh, get me out of there. So many things to run into.
We're getting close. I can feel it. to make an emergency landing in the next clearing. My valve system is smashed to pieces. Come on, this is too big for one of us to take on alone, and it doesn't seem happy to have been disturbed. You hear me, son? Get out of there.
He's wounded. I can get him. I'll smash you good. Got him, Dad. I got him. I killed a label.
Congratulations, my boy.
Charge 6 out. I've reached the inner ring.
All right. Why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Sine Mora EX running on Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, the game's flawless. Not that there were any problems with it running originally on the Switch 1. I thought it was pretty well optimized for the Switch 1, but now I can't detect anything, any drops at all, or any drop in resolution during the entire run of the game. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're into shmups. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream. Take a little break.